Let's say you make around $100,000 a year. The bank might approve you for a $350,000 house. Let's say you make $150,000, maybe it's a $550,000 house. Make $275,000 a year, and you could easily see a pre-approval letter over $1 million. Most buyers look at that number and think, perfect, that's my budget, that's what I'm working with. But just because the bank says you can afford it doesn't mean that's what you should buy. In fact, I think this is one of the biggest financial mistakes people make when buying a home. Here's the framework I like to use with my own clients. Your take-home pay is what actually matters. If you're making close to $100,000 a year after taxes and deductions, you're probably taking home around $6,200 a month. And I like to keep the total housing cost. So let's say your mortgage, your property taxes, your homeowner's insurance, your private mortgage insurance, an HOA payment if you have them, around 1/3 of that, which I think is a really good rule if it can fit in your budget. So let's say roughly $2,100. That leaves room for everything else that matters. That probably sounds like it's not doable, especially in Atlanta. But let me show you this. Take this Liberty Park townhome. It's on Atlanta's west side, $278,900. It's 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, 1,200 square feet. It's an in-unit, so you're only sharing one wall. It's a gated community with a pool and a dog park. It has security. Move-in ready, completely renovated, no surprises. Your payment just on the house lands around $2,000 to $2,100. If you don't have an HOA payment, then your purchase price can go up a little. Look at this ranch, $300,000, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,100 square feet, solid house, flat yard, which means real space for friends, pets, kids, whatever your life has. Completely renovated, nothing to fix. Your payment on this house would be around $2,200 to $2,300 a month. And you're still becoming a homeowner. You're still building equity. The only difference is you aren't sacrificing the rest of your life to do it. Because here's what the bank doesn't know. Their job is to figure out whether you can make the payment or not. My job, to me, is completely different. My job is to help you buy a home that still lets you enjoy your life after you get the keys. I've never had a client call me 6 months after closing and say, "Geez, Erin, I really wish you would have talked me into spending another $150,000. I've had clients tell me how grateful they were that they could still travel, still say yes to dinners with friends, still handle unexpected repairs without panicking or stressing out. Now, let's move up to a household making $150,000 a year. This is where buyers really start getting tempted. The bank says yes to around $550,000, and suddenly those dream homes feel realistic. You've worked hard for your income. Maybe you've got that promotion. Maybe you're buying with a spouse now. You finally feel like you've made it and you can buy the house of your dreams. So naturally, you start looking at everything at the very tip top of your budget. But I want to ask you something. What kind of life do you actually want after you buy the house? Would you rather have another bedroom, or would you rather still take a nice vacation every year? Or would you rather have a bigger kitchen, or would you rather have the freedom to say yes when your friends invite you to a fancy dinner? Would you rather have the biggest house the bank says you can afford, or the peace of mind that comes from knowing your emergency fund is still sitting there when life throws you a curveball? Because those aren't really financial questions, they're really lifestyle questions. So now let me show you what actually works at this income level. Take this home in Harrison Park. It's a townhome, $460,000, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, a little over 1,800 square feet. It's an in-unit with a garage, hardwood floors, updated kitchen with quartz countertops and stainless steel appliances, primary suite with the sitting area, vaulted ceilings, a spa bath. 2 more bedrooms with en-suites upstairs. This is actually great for guests. Private fence patio. The HOA on this one is $185 a month, so your payment is going to be around $3,000 to $3,100. Or look at this brick ranch, $435,000, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, all brick. It has a new roof as of this year of 2026. New windows, hardwood floors, updated kitchen, but the real magic is outside. Oversized deck with a wooded view, flat yard, which means space for actual living and entertaining. No HOA, so your payment is going to be around $2,850 to, let's say, almost $3,000. Are those homes dramatically different than something that's $550,000? In many cases, not really. Maybe you give up a little square footage or a slightly better area, but what you gain is so much more valuable. You gain flexibility, you gain peace of mind, you gain choices. You still have money left over to invest every month. You can replace your car when it's time instead of hoping that it lasts another year. You can take vacations without feeling guilty. You can enjoy date nights. You can say yes when your friends want to get together instead of always worrying about your budget. To me, that's what financial freedom looks like. Now, let's talk about households making around $275,000 a year. At this income, it's not unusual for a lender to pre-approve you for well over $1 million. And for some buyers, because of the location or schools or the house that they need, it absolutely makes sense. Maybe you're putting a huge amount down. Maybe you have substantial investments. Maybe a large portion of your income comes from bonuses. Every situation is different. But for a lot of people, stretching to the very top of that approval range is still stretching. Instead of asking, what is the biggest house I can buy for my money? Ask yourself, what is the nicest house I can buy and still have the life I want? Let me show you what's actually possible. Take a look at this gated townhome, $715,000, 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, almost 2,300 square feet. It's 3 stories. It was built in 2018, so it's still relatively new. It has a guest suite with a full bath on the main level, so it's perfect for aging parents, or it makes a great home office, or just visitor space without them being in your primary living space. Beautiful kitchen with an island, granite countertops, opens up to a great room with a fireplace and a private deck. Primary suite with a sitting area, a nice walk-in closet, a really nice bathroom with dual vanities, 2 more bedrooms with en-suites upstairs, gated community with a pool and grilling areas. The HOA on this one right now is $340, so you're looking at a payment around $4,500 to $4,600 a month. Or look at this bungalow. It's $699,900, but let's just say $700,000. 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, a little over 1,700 square feet, hardwood floors throughout, updated kitchen, stone countertops. It's got a huge rear deck with fenced yard. It's a walkable neighborhood. It's close to the Beltline. This is a home where you can actually live and have fun, not just a property investment. Your payment is roughly $4,400 to $4,500 a month, and you're not settling. You're simply choosing a home that leaves room for everything else that you enjoy. Because here's what I've learned. Nobody regrets having a little extra breathing room in their budget. People do regret feeling stressed out every single month because they're overextended and every dollar they earn has to go somewhere. Life is expensive enough. Cars break down, kids get sick, they need things, pets get sick, insurance goes up, property taxes go up. Something always comes up. It's just life. I don't want my clients lying awake at night wondering how they're going to pay for the next surprise because every extra dollar is already tied up in their mortgage. The bank is asking, can you make this payment? And 9 times out of 10, the answer is yes. But what I'm asking is, Will this house still let you live the life you want? Those are two completely different questions. A household should fit into your life. Your life shouldn't have to fit around your house. Because at the end of the day, the goal isn't to buy the biggest house that the bank says you can afford. The goal is to buy a home that you absolutely love and still have enough money left over to enjoy the life you're working so hard to build. If you would like any information on any of the homes I showed today, the link to connect with me is in the description below. And hey, watch this next video before you buy anything. There's one specific mistake that can cost people tens of thousands of dollars if you don't know what to look for. And I'm going to show you exactly what it is and how to prevent you from making the same mistake. I'll see you over there.